Good evening, sports fans! Throwback for the win of the token minorities here today with Season 8, Week 8 of the NPL against Zazo, Iron Flesh Gaming, the Detroit Butterfrees, and I want to make an apology. Now, this episode of the NPL Season 8 will not be featuring SportsCenter. It's because I have been swamped this whole week with work. I don't have time to make those edits this particular week. We're nearing the end of the school year. We've got finals and lab reports and you name it. I'm on to page 30 right now and I'm taking a break recording this, and I already know this is going to be up late, unfortunately, but I do need to obviously upload the match, and I will still put the border around it. But for this episode, one episode, maybe next week, I'm not sure, I might have a little more time next week, but for at least this one, for sure, there will not be sports clips. However, I do wanna, I'll bargain with you a little bit, okay? So, even though I don't have that today, no sports clips today, no sports today, when this NPL season ends, I am going to promise you guys something so amazing. And I can't spoil things right now, but I will say this, I think you guys will love it. And I think you guys will be very happy to stay in Nidokings Nation. So, why don't we jump into the game, because I have no reason not to. I got work to do. Alright, so he's going to lead off with Bronzong as I lead off with Tornadus Therian. Now the thing is here, he goes to Tyranitar as I U-turn. That seems good on paper, okay. But I'm going to go to Cobalion because that's a pretty good matchup for me. Now I could try to set up a sub or set up in its face. He decides to superpower, which is actually awesome, because that means he's going to keep lowering his own attack, and his defense goes down. He sees this and switches out as I set up this big sub. Unfortunately, I see a Mega Latios here. Not a big fan. I'm hoping to just get some damage off with Iron Hit, and that does nothing. Nothing. I wish Cobalion had some kind of attack to speak of. I'm just going to switch to Victini. Now, this is my Assault Vest Victini. I talked about it in the team builder, and I was thinking to myself, I'm going to pause real quick. So long as he doesn't Calm Mind, oh, this is a good set. It's going to do well. And unfortunately, there he is with Calm Mind. So now, I'm in trouble. Big trouble if I'm not careful. So here's Bronzong. I have to Ice Shard because I need to get that thing down and low so I can take it out quick. But he, unfortunately, I guess it goes to Bronzong, so it doesn't do any damage. And I defog with the incoming Tornadus T, so he does Toxic my Bronzong. My goal right now, just remember, my goal is to keep Gyarados as healthy as possible, and I need some chip damage on that Tapu Fini. And if I can do that, Mega Gyarados, so long as it gets to +1, sweeps his whole team. We've got to make that happen. So I go to Victini, the Assault Vest one. He gets up his rocks again. Ugh, so annoying. I'm going to U-turn, and that was an over-prediction, and there's not much I can do on that, that's for sure. I mean, Torn T's here, but I think I got to just defog these rocks away, and I think he's going to KO me. And he does, with the Toxic afterwards. This is bad. This is not going as I planned in my mock battles. Now here is Victini. He knows I'm going to go for the Blue Flare this time. Wow, he predicted that well, that's for sure. So he gets the recover off. Good for him, good for you. But I gotta go to Mamoswine and hope that I can get some big damage off or KO with the Icicle Crash. I do, thankfully. Alright, insert a sports clip here if I had one right now. So I set up my Stealth Rocks because I have to, and I know he's about to. Now hear me out here. I go for the Earthquake. Now I was trying to fodder Mamoswine off, and I'll tell you guys why. Because it really doesn't do much from here on out. Yes, maybe it could do a little bit of damage to Snorlax, but as you can see, you'll see later, it really won't based on his spread. And maybe it could have done something to Tyranitar, but I have so many other mons for Tyranitar. I thought I would just go for the Earthquake on the off chance he decided to be heat proof, and I would get some big damage off. I really just wanted this thing to be foddered off, though. Now, there's the Psychic, and Mamoswine does go down, so I'm going to go to Gyarados. I think this has to be my time to try to set up. I do have my rocks up, and he has Tapu Fini, but he makes that switch. I was so hoping that he would try to Toxic me, and if he Toxic'd right there, I won this game. Right there, I won. But I can't set up in this thing's face because he still has the Moonblast. I might have to try again later. I'm going to save Gyarados and hope that is the case. Unfortunately, rocks are here to stay. And look at that Moonblast. I mean, this thing, it does really well against it, believe it or not. But he goes to Snorlax, and that energy ball that was meant for the Tapu Fini does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I U-turn as I go to my Sylveon. He has Body Slam, and if that's the case, this might be manageable. Maybe he'll think I have Toxic, who knows. So I start to see curse, and I am really frightened right now. This is why I said Mammal Swine doesn't matter so much. And then it gets even worse. It gets even worse. I Hyper Voice crit, and he has a berry, a figgy berry, which raises his health by half. And I swear to God, if he has Recycle, I am just done with life. I am done with life, okay? There's another crit, 2 crits in a row, very nice. I see Recycle. I just want to hit my head against the wall right now. This is not gonna go well at all. He recycles, gets his Figgy Berry again. Wonderful. I'm hoping he doesn't have Earthquake. If he doesn't have Earthquake, I might be okay. Alright, he does not have Earthquake, so I can set up a Swords Dance with my Cobalion, and just maybe we can at least take this thing out. I will say this. I'm not liking what I've left. I think I'm swept by a Alolan Dugtrio. I don't think I have anything left for it. I think it just wins. And I noticed that right now, and I didn't even think of a Alolan Dugtrio when prepping, but here it is. I'll let you guys be the guesser of what's going to happen in this game. Is Alolan Dugtrio very shortly, in a minute or two, is going to basically just sweep through my entire team. It's not a huge surprise. I didn't even think of a Alolan Dugtrio in building, and no one expected it to be a threat, and yet here it is, being a threat. I can't believe it. Alolan Dugtrio is apparently on the MVP race, and it has nothing to do with this game. It just apparently is on the MVP scoreboard. No clue how, but we lose 4-0, and not much I can say. I was very disappointed by this game. I spent a long time prepping for it, and yet it took one oversight on my part to just lose it all, and lose it all pretty bigly, but I can't do much about it now. Next week we're gonna play Greg and see what happens. Playoffs are probably out of the picture, but like I said, I have my special surprise coming up soon. You guys will hear about it shortly on the channel, so that will be something to look forward to. Maybe we're not doing playoffs for this, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. If it doesn't happen, we're gonna have fun the last week. We're gonna bring some awesome sets. I already have some ideas. I have my team built, already done, and it'll be fun. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.